I just did something most investors would not expect from me. I sold all of my individual tech stocks completely, 100%. And I simplified my core brokerage down to just 4 ETFs. And this is the same brokerage that I show you guys on my other videos. If I'm serious about building a $1 million portfolio, like I've been talking about on this channel, this move actually makes more sense than what I was doing before, being so spread out. I know. Let me explain why, though. Quick disclaimer, though, before we get into it, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just educational entertainment purposes only. I'm simply just documenting my own financial journey on my road to $1 million in real time. Now, let's go ahead and break this whole thing down. For a long time, almost my entire time investing, I've liked individual tech exposure. NVIDIA, single growth names, concentrated plays, and it worked and it made me money. But here's the problem. Concentration increases volatility, like especially like what we've seen recently, and volatility affects decision making. Decision making impacts long-term outcomes. Now my long-term goal is $1 million and I need a system that scales, not something that I have to babysit every single day and constantly watch. So I simplified my core brokerage into QQQ, SMH, VTI, and VXUS. That's it. 4 holdings, intentional, structured, and scalable. Now, here's where people might disagree with me. Why would you sell your winners? Well, because I'm not chasing winners. I'm building a long-term machine. And yes, some of them were pretty good winners, but they're also in all of these other ETFs anyways. When you're building towards $1 million, your strategy needs to work at 200,000, 400,000, 700,000, a million. Complexity breaks at scale, and simple always scales. With those 4 ETFs I was talking about, I still have growth with QQQ. I still have semiconductor exposure with SMH. I still have total market coverage with VTI. And now I have international exposure with VXUS, like I was talking about, starting to buy a bunch of those shares. So instead of betting on one company, I own systems. And systems are easier to compound over time. And all those companies I had before were in all of these ETFs. So let's be honest, the last volatile stretch taught me something. Concentration hits harder, especially when margin is involved. And you guys know that I was running margin on my account. So when markets swing, single stocks swing harder. And I'm still paying down that margin. I owe around $2,000 in margin currently from the $14,000 we had last month. I'm reducing unnecessary risk. I'm strengthening the foundation of this core brokerage portfolio that I have. Because $1 million doesn't require home runs. It requires consistency and time. But the biggest reason that I simplified my brokerage account, my main one, is for mental clarity, honestly. Every extra holding creates like more monitoring for me, more emotion, more temptation to adjust it. And with 4 ETFs, I focus on allocation, not headlines that I'm reading every day. That frees up the mental bandwidth to increase my income, add more contributions, reduce margin, and just stay consistent. And it's just simple that way. The road to 1 million isn't about activity, it's about repeatability. And that's what I've always said here on this channel, and I'm showing you guys how I'm doing that. One thing I was missing was international exposure, and adding VXUS gives me geographic diversification, currency diversification. It reduced my US only risk, long-term global participation. It may underperform at times, but diversification isn't about chasing performance, and I've been adding a lot of that international exposure lately, especially while I was paying down margin in these rough times that we've had the last couple of weeks. It's about reducing catastrophic risk, and catastrophic risk kills compounding. To get to $1 million, there's a few things that I'm going to need: time, contributions, compounding, and risk management. And if you guys have seen my last video, I'm right around $235,000 right now into this portfolio. This portfolio structure supports all 4 of those things. And instead of trying to outperform everything, I'm trying to build something that is extremely durable. The goal isn't excitement. The goal is accumulation and getting to $1 million. Selling individual tech stocks wasn't about fear. It wasn't about evolution. It actually was about evolution. The road to $1 million isn't flashy. It's disciplined. And if I can build a system that compounds without constant adjustment, then that's good. And all those individual stocks were in the green when I sold them, so it's still a win. But that's how you win over decades. For ETFs, intentional structure, long-term thinking, and now we just keep building. We're simplifying it as the portfolio gets bigger, and we're just rolling with it. And I will break down and show you guys more about those holdings and what the worths and like values of them are and stuff when I put out the next like total portfolio video. The last one I think was 234,000. So next month, hopefully we're 240,000 or so on, and we're running this thing all the way to $1 million, making adjustments every month as we can, and finding what works best. Like I said, I'm not perfect at this. This is my first time obviously doing it here with you guys, and we're making adjustments as we learn and we figure things out, and it's been an awesome ride so far. I will see you guys in the next video.